阿們，奉主耶穌基督嘅名，我哋星期三崇拜嘅聚會開始。
In the name of Lord Jesus, we begin our Wednesday service.
我哋唱首詩184首。
Let's sing a hymn, hymn 184. In our prayers, we ask the Lord God to guide today's Wednesday service.
讓我哋從神嘅説話能夠得到造就。
So through the word of the Lord, that we may all be edified.
今天我哋信仰嘅生活就好似首讚美詩所講嘅一樣。
And today, our life of faith is likened to what has been sung in the hymn.
係走過呢深谷同埋呢個高山。
That we have gone into the valleys and also to the high mountains.
係非常之艱苦嘅路程。
And it is such a toil.
亦都遇到好多唔如意嘅疾病患難嘅事情。
And also through that journey, we also encountered illnesses and difficulties and challenges.
但係我哋有主耶穌嘅幫助嚟帶領我哋。
But because we have the aid of Jesus to guide us. 讓我哋靠咗聖靈嘅幫助，能夠順利能夠走過呢一段嘅信仰路程。So that through guidance of the Holy Spirit and its strength, that we are able to pass through this journey.
我哋一同嚟跪下禱告，求主帶領今天嘅聚會。
So we all kneel down and pray in one accord to ask the Lord to guide today's service.
奉主耶穌聖名禱告，主耶穌。 奉主耶穌聖名證道。
In the name of Lord Jesus, I sermonize.
今日大家嚟勉勵嘅題目叫做雅各扶着杖頭嚟去敬拜神。
Today's title for mutual encouragement is he leaned on the staff Jacob worship.
喺過去幾次嘅講道中都提到雅各。
In my last few sermons, we also mentioned about Jacob.
由佢出生喺媽媽嘅母腹一直講到今日呢一堂佢離世啦。
And talking from the beginning as he was conceived, now to the day that he will pass away.
咁講到雅各開始佢出生嘅時候，同埋哥哥以掃喺媽媽嘅母腹嚟去相爭。
And we talked about how Jacob and Esau in their mother's womb, how they had a conflict. 用人嘅奔跑，以神嘅恩待嚟去題目，就係雅各得到神嘅恩待。 And how they ran the race of life, but the grace was given by God. And we talked about how Jacob was given the grace by the Lord.
而以掃咧，拼命喺世上嚟奔跑，周圍佢勞碌忙碌，卻係最後都係得唔到呢個福氣。
And we also talked about how Esau also running the race of life and making use of a lot of time to pursue for things of this world, but at the end he did not receive the grace of God. 亦都講到雅各後來因為得呢個奪取呢個哥哥嘅長子嘅祝福，呢個長子嘅名分，呢個父親嘅祝福。And we also talk about how Jacob gained the birthright and also the blessing of the father.
嚟去逃走。
And that he also had to flee away.
最後咁呢次咧就講到雅各佢臨離世為佢嘅孫兒嚟個祝福嘅事情。
And today we're going to talk about the time before Jacob was to pass away and how he also blesses his grandchildren.
呢段嘅事蹟可以講得係總結雅各佢一生嘅事情同埋佢個信仰。
And today's sermon can also see as a conclusion of the life and the faith of Jacob.
我哋可以翻開希伯來書第11章。
We can refer to Hebrews chapter 11.
至到呢個21節。
Verse 21.
希伯來書第11章21節。
Hebrews chapter 11 verse 21.
奉主名讀聖經。
In the name of Lord Jesus, I read.
希伯來書第11章21節，雅各因作信，臨死的時候，給約瑟的兩個兒子各自祝福，扶着杖頭敬拜神。
Chapter 11 verse 21. By faith Jacob, when he was dying, blessed each of the sons of Joseph and worshipped, leaning on the top of his staff.
呢度就係講到雅各佢臨死之前，為佢嘅眾子嚟嘅祝福。
Here it tells us that before Jacob died, that he blessed his grandsons.
呢度咧有提到佢憑着呢個信心臨死之前咧，係為約瑟兩個兒子嚟去昂首祝福嘅。
Here specifically says that by faith Jacob he blessed the sons of Joseph.
之後佢扶着呢個杖頭嚟去敬拜神。
And then leaning on the top of his staff, he worshipped.
咁雅各嗰時候啱先147歲。
And at that time, Jacob was 147 years old.
佢知道自己離世嘅日子已經係到啦。
And he knew that the day of his passing has come.
嚟佢特別為佢嘅仔嚟佢祝福。
And therefore, he especially blessed his son.
因為呢個神係俾呢啲特權係俾呢個以色列嘅信仰嘅祖先。
Because this was a special authority given to the descendants of Israel.
就係神俾佢哋有祝福呢個權。
That is the authority to bless.
對呢個眾子嘅祝福，逢係佢口所講嘅説話，佢邊一個做乜嘢嘅事情。
So that through this blessing, that everything that has been said will come to pass through the blessing of the firstborn.
佢所講嘅福氣 呢啲福氣就一定會臨到佢嘅仔嘅身上。
And whatever has been spoken during the blessings, then these will come upon the son of blessing.
或者佢預言佢嘅仔將來會發生乜嘢事情，呢啲事情都會一定會應驗。
Or whatever they prophesy concerning their son, that in the future all these things will come to pass.
但係佢嘅眾子咧，佢所生嘅仔咧，佢唔知道父親有呢個祝福呢個特權。
But the firstborn or the son that is to be blessed, they may not necessarily know that their father has this authority.
都唔嚟到父親嘅面前嚟佢求呢個福氣。
And they may not necessarily come before their father to request for this blessing.
喺呢個創世記嗰度49章，我哋可以睇下就知道。
We can see this in Genesis chapter 49.
我哋睇創世記49章第一節。
Genesis chapter 49 verse 1.
49章1節。
49 verse 1.
雅各叫了他的兒子們來說：你們都來聚集，我好把你們日後必遇的事告訴你們。嗱，呢度就雅各嘅臨終之前叫嗰啲仔嚟走嚟，我有事啦，同你嚟去講。
So here records of the incident when Jacob was about to pass, that he called all his son to tell them that what shall befall on them.
同埋你日後會發生乜嘢事情，我都講俾你聽。
And in the last days, what shall befall you, I shall tell you.
所以佢嘅仔係唔知道父親有呢個權利。
And so the sons did not know that the father had this authority.
但係只有約瑟佢就知道。
But only Joseph understood this.
因為約瑟咧，佢係一個敬畏神嘅人。
Because Joseph was a God-fearing person.
佢時時嚟去想念呢啲嘅事情。
And that he often considered this matter.
佢有屬靈嘅眼光。
He had spiritual eyesight.
所以佢係優先咁樣嚟去到父親嘅前面嚟去祝福。
So therefore he came first to request of this blessing from his father.
全部記載喺呢個創世記48章。
And this is all recorded in Genesis chapter 48.
就係呢個第一節嗰度講到。
And in verse 1 of 48, it tells us.
約瑟佢知道佢嘅父親就病啦。
So Joseph was told that his father was sick.
佢帶埋兩個兒子，就係呢個馬拿西同埋以法蓮一齊去探佢嘅父親。
And therefore he took his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, to go to look to seek for the father.
所以佢有屬靈嘅眼光，知道爸爸呢個祝福係非常之重要。
And so Joseph had spiritual eyesight to understand that the blessing from the father was very important. 佢係渴慕屬靈嘅恩典。Because he wanted spiritual wisdom.
所以約瑟係一個非常之敬畏神嘅人。
And so Joseph was a God-fearing person.
喺49章嗰度，佢個其他嘅兄弟就唔同啦。
But we see from chapter 49, the other brothers were different.
咁講翻轉頭，呢個希伯來書，雅各為佢哋嘅眾子祝福同埋預言佢哋將來嘅事之後。
So we talk back about Hebrews that after Jacob had blessed the grandsons and also to tell them what would happen.
雅各咧，佢一生係一個講得非常之傳奇一個人物嚟。
And we see that Jacob was a very complete person.
頭先提到喺佢媽媽冇福嘅時候，神已經預言佢將來嘅事情。
Because whilst Jacob was in his mother's womb, that the Lord had already spoken what would be.
而且神親自咁樣同佢媽媽講，喺你個福裏面頭，有呢兩個人相爭有兩個族，而都成為兩個國家。
In fact, God directly told the mother that in her womb that there will be two nations that will have conflict with each other. 咁樣當佢哋生出嚟，真係孖生，應驗咗後來呢啲事情。 And indeed, when she gave birth, that there were twins, and all the things that had been said had become fulfilled.
而雅各嘅一生咧，喺佢嘅信仰嘅總結有兩句説話。
And in Jacob's conclusion to his life, they can be described with two words.
就係佢為約瑟兩個兒子祝福嘅時候所講嗰兩句説話。
And it was the two words, two phrases that he spoke of when he blessed his grandson Manasseh.
睇過嚟創世記48章15、16節。
And we can refer to Genesis chapter 48, verse 15 and 16.
他就給約瑟祝福說：願我祖亞伯拉罕和我父以撒所侍奉的神，就是一心牧養我直到今日的神。救贖我脱離一切患難的那使者， 賜福與這兩個童子，願他們歸在我的名下，和我祖亞伯拉罕、我父以撒的名下，有願他們在世界中生養眾多。嗱，呢度就係講到雅各佢臨終前為約瑟嚟嘅祝福，又為佢兩個仔以法蓮同埋馬來西嚟嘅祝福。
So here before the passing of Jacob, that he blessed Joseph and also his two grandsons Manasseh and Ephraim.
咁咧為約瑟祝福咧，已經係一份福氣。
So having blessed Joseph, this was one blessing.
然之後咧，又為呢個佢兩個兒子嚟嘅祝福歸入佢嘅祖亞伯拉罕我父嘅名下。
And the second blessing was for his grandsons, which is that let my name be named upon them.
之前亦都有提嘅經節都有寫到嘅。
And this is also mentioned on previous recordings.
變咗佢有呢兩個仔又多一份祝福。
And you will see that the two grandsons also received a blessing.
所以呢個約瑟係得到雙份嘅祝福。
So we can see that Joseph, this son, he actually received two portions of blessings.
因為佢祝福呢兩個孫咧，當兒子嘅身份嚟嘅祝福。
Because Jacob blessed the two grandchildren as if they were likened to his sons.
而且喺佢嘅子同埋孫面前嚟分享佢崇洋一生嘅歷程。
And he also shared with them his journey of faith with them.
呢個神係牧養我一生嘅神，從我即係話從佢開始出生至到佢離世呢一段嘅路程，呢個神一直嚟去牧養我，嚟去帶領我。
And he spoke to them, telling them that right from the beginning until now, this is the God that has fed them and has also led him in his life.
呢個神係救我脫離一切嘅患難呢個使者。
And this is the angel who has redeemed me from all evil.
喺佢一生所遭遇嘅患難當中，有呢個神嚟嘅幫助，嚟嘅保護佢，解決佢一切嘅困難。
So no matter what Jacob had encountered in all his life, the difficulties and challenges, it was all resolved by this one God.
喺呢兩句説話係佢一生嘅崇仰嘅精華。
And this is the essence of all of his faith throughout his life.
點解雅各佢嘅崇仰咁堅固，對神有咁好嘅信心呢？
Why was it that Jacob had a very strong faith in God and that he was able to sustain this?
原因佢親身嚟嘅兩次嚟嘅體現神見到神。
He was able to be steadfast because in his lifetime he saw with his eyes twice the living God.
第一個就喺呢個伯特利喺個夢中嘅異象裏，你佢見到神。
Once was that in a vision, in a dream.
所以佢嘅信心係非常之好。
Therefore, his faith was very steadfast.
係非常之值得我哋嚟去學習佢對神呢種嘅敬拜。
And is worthy of our as a good example for us to imitate.
我哋睇嚟創世記28章。
We can refer to Genesis chapter 28.
呢度我哋都係好常嚟去讀讀呢個雅各夢中嘅事情。
And this is something that we often read about the dream that Jacob had.
由呢個第10至到12節。
From verse 10 to verse 12.
講到雅各，佢因為哥哥嚟嘅追殺，嚟去逃出呢個離開佢嘅父家，走到呢個哈蘭呢個地方去。
And this was a time when Esau was after the life of Jacob, and therefore he fled from his homeland to go towards Haran.
因為已經入落啦，就喺嗰度曠野嘅地方執個石頭嚟去做枕頭嚟去瞓着。
But because it's already become night, that he sought a place and picked up a stone and slept there.
佢就夢見呢個天梯。
And at that time he dreamt of ladder that reached to the heaven.
有神嘅使者嚟嘅上落咁樣下嚟。
And he saw that the angels of God were ascending
你都
and
見到
descending.
呢個梯子上面頭嘅神。
And he also saw the God that was on top of
又
his
對
ladder.
佢咁樣話：我係你嘅祖亞伯拉罕同埋你嘅父親以撒嘅神。
And that the Lord spoke to him and says, I am the Lord God of Abraham your father and the God of
亦
Isaac.
都係祝福俾佢以後同埋佢嘅後裔。
And that land which I lie, I will give to you and your descendants.
後來當佢夢醒嘅時候，
So after he awoken from
佢
this
覺得
dream,
呢個地方非常之係可畏，係值得好敬畏一個地方嚟。
and he felt that this place was a very blessed place.
所以咧，佢就稱呢個話呢個係神嘅殿，係天嘅門。
And so he called this place God's place, and is also the doorway to heaven.
所以喺伯特利呢個地方嚟去建立呢個柱子嚟去紀念神。
And therefore, in this place, he called it Bethel, and also stacked up some stones as a
咁
memorial.
第二次佢見到神咧，
And the second time he saw God,
就係佢雅各要翻從佢個母舅嘅屋企翻到佢個父家嗰度去嘅途中啦。
so it was the time when he was to return back home from his uncle's place.
就係呢個創世記32章1至到21節。
That is recorded in Genesis chapter 32, verse 1 to 2.
喺嗰度就係雅各翻佢嘅父家嘅途中嘅時候，
So on the journey back to the homeland, he
佢必須嚟佢經過呢個佢個哥哥以掃所居住呢個以東呢個地方。
that he must pass through where his brother lived in Edom.
但係雅各因為呢20年前嘅罪過，佢嘅欺騙咗佢個哥哥呢個長子嘅名分，所以佢好懼怕佢個哥哥嚟去追殺，仍然記恨喺心。
Because 20 years ago he had cheated his brother out of the birthright, that he was fearful in passing this land.
但係神仍然非常之愛雅各，甚至差遣呢個天軍呢個異象啊，讓雅各能夠對佢有信心。
But God truly loved Jacob, and he also showed him this vision.
所以雅各就稱嗰個地方叫做馬哈連，就係異形嘅軍兵嘅意思。
And therefore, after he saw that vision, he named that place Mahanaim, which is this is God's camp.
但係嗰個時候，雅各仍然係放心唔落。
But even during that time, Jacob still worried.
後來又差人去呢個以東地見佢個哥哥。
And therefore, he sent groups of people to meet up with his brother.
所差嘅人回報，哇！你個哥哥帶咗400人嚟迎接你啊！
And these messengers returned to tell him that, oh, your brother and 400 of his people are coming to meet you.
嗰個時候，雅各仲更加驚啦。
And in course during that time, Jacob was even more fearful.
咁樣亦都嚟去禱告神雅各。
And therefore, at that time, he also prayed to God.
咁禱告神過去啦，求神施恩典紀念我祖先曾經你施俾我嘅祖先呢種慈愛。
Therefore, he requested mercy and grace from the Lord, and also to ask the Lord to remember the grace that he bestowed upon his
自己喺神
forefathers.
嘅面前嚟謙卑求神保護我
And he also humbly requested from the Lord for protection.
救我脫離哥哥以掃嘅手求你應允我
So that the Lord may grant him to be free from his brother.
但係咧，佢仍然對神個信心係唔足夠嘅。
But still, in his faith, he was lacking.
不如送啲禮俾哥哥啦。
So he thought, in his own way, maybe I should just send some gifts to my brother.
當時所送嘅牲畜非常之多，有580匹咁多。
And so he sent forth many cattle and a vast amount of cattle.
補償佢20年前曾經奪取過佢嘅哥哥個福分。
To replace the birthright that he received over the last 20 years.
又喺嗰夜嚟去將屋企嘅人嚟去渡過呢個河。
And also during the night that he sent his family in 2 groups over the river.
自己剩下一個人留下嚟向神嚟嘅特別嚟嘅禱告。
And that he remained by himself to especially pray to the Lord.
就係記載喺呢個第32章由22節 至到呢個24節嗰度。
And that's recorded in Genesis chapter 32, verse 22 onwards.
喺當時喺呢個雅博渡口嘅時候，打發嗰啲親人嚟過去啦。
So this was the time when he sent his family into groups over the river.
留下自己一個人嚟個以神嚟個摔跤，直至到黎明嘅時候。
And so he remained alone and he wrestled with God until the breaking of day.
然之後喺嗰夜特別嚟個向神嚟個禱告，求神嚟幫助佢。
But that night he particularly prayed to the Lord to ask for assistance.
雅各以神嚟嘅教力，結果佢勝過咗呢個人。
And Jacob wrestled with this man, and he was able to overcome him.
但係呢個人咧係神嚟嘅，故意嚟嘅讓雅各嚟嘅勝利。
But this man was God, and he deliberately let Jacob be victorious.
當嗰夜嚟嘅整夜嚟嘅教力，好快就到咗呢個天亮啦。
And whilst they wrestled all night, and it was the breaking of day.
呢個人就知道時候到啦。
And this man knew the time has come.
佢就喺雅各嘅大腿窩嗰度摸佢一把，佢嘅當時雅各個腳呢個腿窩就扭咗。
And so he touched the socket of Jacob's hip, and the socket came undone.
完全失去咗摔跤以神嘅教力呢種嘅力量。
So he lost all strength, able to wrestle.
嗰個時候佢就知道呢個係神嚟。
And at that time he understood that this was God.
佢係全能嘅神嚟。
He is the Almighty God.
後來佢就全身嚟去投降，求神你俾我祝福，你唔俾我祝福，我唔放你走。
And so at this moment in time he gave up, but holding on to God and not letting go until he will give his
嗰個時候就全身真係嚟去靠神啦，唔再靠自己嘅聰明。
And so at that moment in time, he wholeheartedly relied on God, not on his own wisdom.
嗰個人就問佢：你叫乜嘢名字？
And at that time, the man asked him, "What is your name?"
咁佢就話：我叫雅各。
And he says, "I am Jacob."
呢個人對佢話：你唔好再叫雅各，叫以色列。
And so the man told him, "No longer shall you be known as Jacob, but Israel."
因為你以人以神教力都能夠得勝。
Because you have been victorious over man and God.
神為佢改名，為雅各改名，改佢將佢個以前嘅狡猾、詭詐、好勝一種嘅品格，全部嚟佢除去。
Not only did this man change the name of Jacob, but he also changed his name so that he will go from his craftiness, his cunningness, and now to become Israel. 將
佢自己嘅舊人完全嚟佢打破，改變成為一個新人。
To totally transform his old personality into becoming a new person.
神先至為佢哋嘅祝福。
Therefore, only then will God bless him.
叫以色列。
That his name shall now become Israel. 神嘅王子。That he is the Prince of God.
身份非常之尊貴。
And therefore now become very precious.
係萬王之王嘅之子。
That they are a son of the King of Kings.
後來就雅各就給呢個地方取名，我哋可以睇下30節。
And he also called this place in verse 30.
雅各給那地方起名叫比路伊納。
And he called the place Peniel.
意思就話神的面。
Meaning I have seen God face to face.
面對面嚟佢見到神。
That he was able to see God face to face.
所以雅各呢2次見到神嘅面，對佢嚟講一生嘅信心就係建立喺呢兩個呢個事上。
And because from these two instances that Jacob was able to see God face to face, this was the firming of the foundation of his faith in God.
影響佢以後嘅信仰嘅生活係唔會搖動嘅。
And it affected and influenced that the foundation of his faith shall never be moved.
所以我就花咗呢啲時間嚟去對呢兩件事情係重複又重複咁樣嚟向大家嚟去説明。
That's why we have spent a little time in talking about these two matters.
後來雅各就曾經起嚟喺呢個伯特利地方築壇嚟去敬拜呢個神。
And so the first time in Bethel that he awoken and that he put the stones as a memorial
讓佢
to
好順
worship
利
God.
能夠見到佢嘅哥哥。
And also that he was able to go and see his brother.
就喺呢個神向雅各顯現賜福與佢。
And so God manifested him to bless him.
咁雅各仲有開始啦，呢個更新呢個信仰嘅生活。
So from that time onwards, Jacob truly had a life of faith.
佢晚年雅各咧，佢嘅過咗咧一個非常之好信心嘅生活。
And in his latter days, that Jacob led a very faithful life.
我哋睇下創世記37章第一節。
We can look at Genesis chapter 37, verse
37
1.
章第一節。
Genesis chapter 37,
第一
verse
節，
1.
雅各住在迦南地，就是他父親寄居的地。嗱，呢度講到雅各啊，佢曾經見過神2次之後，佢翻嚟嘅父親呢個地方迦南地嚟嘅居住。
And so after seeing God twice, that he returned back to his father's homeland to reside there.
父親以前對神嘅信仰係非常之堅固，係過咗呢個寄居嘅生活。而家咧自己一樣。
And so his father lived a life as a stranger in this land, and therefore he also returned back to this land to live a life as a stranger in the land of Canaan.
喺呢個前半生啊，喺個25章嚟嘅記載雅各嘅事情。
And in the first
前半生
of his life is recorded from verse chapter 25
由
onwards.
37章開始咧，記載佢下半生信仰呢個生活。
But from chapter 37 onwards, recorded of the latter time of Joseph and his steadfastness
記咗
in
一個
his faith.
寄居好簡單一個生活嚟去敬拜神。
Living a life as a stranger and a simple life of worshipping God.
呢個地方係神所應許呢個地方。
And this land was the promised land of God.
佢個父親、佢嘅祖宗阿爺都曾經喺呢度住過。
And his father and forefather also lived in this land.
因為佢知道人生係寄居喺呢個世上係非常之短暫，好快就過去。
Because he understood that his life in this world was very short and that he
有
will
天
pass
我
away
哋
very
要
quickly.
回到呢個天家，呢個永遠堅固嘅城邑嗰度去。
And we understand that one day we will leave this world, but we will return back home to a heavenly home.
所以雅各啊，喺佢臨死之前，曾經向佢嘅兒子約瑟咁樣嚟講。
Therefore, Jacob, before his passing, he once said to his son Joseph.
睇創世記47章。
We can refer back to Genesis chapter 47.
創世記47章28至到31節。
Genesis chapter 47, verse 28 to verse 31.
第28節。
Verse 28.
47章啊，28節啊。
Chapter 47, verse 28.
28節，雅各住在埃及地17年，雅各平生的年日是147歲。以色列的死期臨近了，他就叫了他兒子約瑟來說：我若在你眼前蒙恩，請你把手放在我大腿底下，用慈愛和誠實待我。請你不要將我葬在埃及。30節，我與我祖我父同睡的時候，你要將我帶出埃及，葬在他們所葬的地方。約瑟說：我必遵着你的命而行。31節，雅各說：你要向我起誓。約瑟就向他起了誓。於是以色列在牆頭上敬拜神。呢度就講到。當呢個雅各佢147歲嘅時候，
And so here talks about when Jacob reached the age of 147.
佢知道自己死期臨近啦。
And he understood that his day of passing has
佢就
come.
叫咗佢嘅兒子約瑟嚟。
So he asked and requested for his son Joseph to
當
come.
時約瑟已經喺埃及係做咗呢個宰相。
At this time, Joseph had already become the
所以佢
governor
話：
of
如
Egypt.
果我喺你嘅眼前蒙恩嘅話，請你將你嘅手放喺我大腿底下。
And so he asked his son to put his hand under his thigh.
表示佢一個好真 真實，唔會虛假嘅，咁樣嚟去同佢講。
And so that meaning this is a truly unkind words that he was speaking.
亦都佢約瑟一定要承諾。
And also something that Joseph must do.
唔好將我埋葬喺呢個埃及嘅地方。
So Jacob requested that they do not bury him in Egypt.
我要同我個祖宗、我個阿爺，同埋我個父親以撒一齊葬喺呢個迦南地呢個地方。
Joseph promised him that he should bury him where his father and his forefathers were buried.
因為呢個係神所應許呢個地方嚟。
Because this place that they were buried was the promise of the Lord.
後來約瑟要應承又遵照佢嘅父親嘅命令嚟去行。
So under the oath and the instruction of his father that Joseph must do as was requested.
於是雅各就喺呢個牆頭就敬拜神。
And we find that in his bedside that Israel bowed and he worshipped.
有呢個細嘅字咧，就扶着杖嚟去敬拜神。
There's also small notes that say that he also leaned on his staff to worship.
雅各佢堅持神嘅應許呢個地方。
And so Jacob
堅持神所應許嘅地方。
He understood that this was the place that God had granted them.
我哋睇48章第3節。
We can refer to chapter 48, verse 3.
第3節，雅各對約瑟說：全能的神曾在迦南地的路師向我顯現，賜福與我，對我說：我必使你生養眾多，成為多國多民，有要把這地賜給你的後裔，永遠為業。嗱，呢度就係雅各嚟佢對約瑟咁樣講。
So here was what Jacob said to Joseph.
我呢個全能嘅神曾喺呢個迦南地呢個路斯呢個地方向我顯現。
That God Almighty appeared to me at Luz in the land of Canaan.
呢個路斯呢個地方係伯特利以前呢個名嚟。呢個地方嘅稱呼嚟。
This Luz was the old name that was Bethel.
後來就稱為呢個伯特利。
And then Jacob changed it to Bethel.
就係神嘅殿嘅意思。
That meaning the temple of the Lord.
所以神曾經向佢顯現。
So the Lord once had appeared to him there.
應許佢祝福佢生養嚟嘅眾多。
To bless him that he may be fruitful and multiply. 呢
個迦南嘅地方永遠你同埋你嘅子子孫孫為業呢個地方嚟。
That this land of Canaan shall be a land given to you and to all your descendants.
所以佢就算死都要死翻喺自己嘅國家裏邊。
So even if he had died, his wish was to be buried back at his own land, in his own country.
因為埃及地唔係佢嘅國家。
Because Egypt is not his.
今日我哋弟兄姊妹。
Likewise, our brethren.
呢個世上唔係我哋永遠住嘅國家。
This earth is not our everlasting place.
我哋有個天上嘅國。
Because we have a country, a land that is.
係神為我哋嘅預備。
Is what God has prepared.
呢個係屬靈嘅迦南美地。
This is the spiritual Canaan.
我哋嘅追求好似雅各一樣，有對神有好嘅信心，同埋神對我哋所應許堅守嚟去進入佢。
And we must liken to Jacob, who was steadfast in his faith, so that we may one day enter into this.
所以佢臨終前千吩咐萬吩咐，呢個約瑟你要咁樣嚟去做。
So before his passing, that Jacob made Joseph to promise him that this is what he had to carry out to bury him in his promise.
嗱，你講翻轉頭，呢個雅各佢憑作信心嚟嘅祝福約瑟呢兩個仔。
So we see that Jacob, through faith, blessed also his two grandsons, the children of Joseph.
睇過嚟創世記48章第5節。
We can see in Genesis chapter 48, verse 5.
第5節。
Verse 5.
我未到埃及見你之先，你在埃及地所生的以法蓮和瑪拿西這兩個兒子是我的，正如流便和西面是我的一樣。 再讀過嚟15、16節。
Also refer to verse 15 and 16.
15節，他就給約瑟睇先第8節啊，第8節，以色列看見約瑟的兩個兒子就說：這是誰？約瑟對他父親說：這是神在這裏賜給我的兒子。以色列說：請你領他們到我跟前，我要給他們祝福。以色列年紀老邁，眼睛昏花，不能看見。約瑟領他們到他跟前，他就和他們親嘴，抱着他們11節。以色列對約瑟說：我想不到得見你的面，不料神有使我得見你的兒子。12節。約瑟把兩個兒子從以色列兩側中領出來，自己就面伏於地下拜。13節。隨後約瑟又拉着他們兩個，以法蓮在他的右手裏，對着以色列的左手瑪拿西，在他的左手裏對着以色列的右手，領他們到以色列的跟前。14節。以色列伸出右手來，按在以法蓮的頭上，以法蓮仍是次子，有剪搭過左手來，按在瑪拿西的頭上。瑪拿西原是長子，他就給約瑟祝福，說：願我祖亞伯拉罕和我父以撒所侍奉的神，就是一生牧養我直到今日的神。16節。救我脱離一切患難的那使者，賜福以你這兩個童子，願他們歸在我的名下，和我祖亞伯拉罕、我父以撒的名下，有願他們在世界中生養眾多。哇！呢度好清楚，講到呢個雅各點樣嚟嘅為約瑟兩個仔瑪拿西同埋以法蓮嚟嘅祝福。
And so here clearly states how Joseph blessed how Jacob blessed the two sons of Joseph, Ephraim and Manasseh.
因為呢個祝福嘅時候，呢個以法蓮啊，本來咧就係喺呢個雅各嘅右手嚟嘅祝福，因為以法蓮係呢個大仔。第13節。
So in verse 13 it tells us that Joseph took them both, and Ephraim with his right hand towards Israel's left hand, and Manasseh with his left hand towards Israel's right hand, and brought them near him.
瑪拿西咧要喺呢個左手，因為呢個瑪拿西係呢個第二仔嚟。
Because Manasseh was the second son, so he should be on the left-hand side.
舊約時代呢個右手嘅祝福係恩典個大。
And in the Old Testament, the blessing of the right hand was greater.
而左手嘅祝福係比較其次。
And the blessing of the left hand wasn't as great.
所以因為呢個雅各老眼昏花，將個手就靠剪咁樣嚟嘅祝福。
And because Jacob was old and dimmer of the eyes, that he crossed his arms to grant the blessing.
變咗呢個以法蓮咧，本來係第二仔嚟嘅，變成嘅長子嘅祝福。
So that Ephraim, though he was a second son, but he received the blessing of the birth.
而呢個瑪拿西咧，本來係長子嚟嘅，係應該得到呢個右手嘅祝福，變咗成為佢左手嘅祝福。
But Manasseh, being the elder, should have received the blessing of the right hand of the birthright, but he received the blessing of the left hand.
但係總之，佢呢兩個仔嘅祝福亦都歸喺亞伯拉罕、以撒嘅名下。
But even though it was like this, but their grandson's blessing was still under the name of Abraham and Isaac.
係屬於呢個兒子嘅祝福嚟。
And they received the blessing likened to a son.
所以佢兩個仔咧係有一份嘅祝福。
So therefore, the two grandchildren had one blessing of likened to a son.
約瑟又有一份嘅祝福。
And Joseph also received a blessing of a son.
加埋咧，約瑟咧變咗係有兩份嘅祝福，係長子名分嘅祝福。
And because Joseph had one blessing, one part blessing, his grandchildren also have one part blessing, so it was likened to the blessing of the firstborn, because the firstborn will have double the blessing.
本來呢個大仔嘅祝福咧，呢個流便咧係一個人可以得兩份嘅祝福。
Because the elder should receive the two portions of blessing.
但係咧，因為佢犯罪
，but because he sinned.
所以咧呢個福氣咧臨唔到佢。
So this double portion of blessing did not come to him.
最後就流到俾呢個約瑟。
So it ended up coming to Joseph.
約瑟就得到加埋佢嘅兒子得到雙份嘅祝福。
So including his children, Joseph received a double portion blessing.
嚟歸入佢嘅亞伯拉罕、以撒嘅名下。當兒子嘅祝福。
So the grandchildren actually receive a blessing likened to a son under the name of Abraham and Isaac.
雅各咧，佢臨死之前咧，又吩咐埋佢嘅後裔咧，將佢埋葬喺呢個列祖嘅地方去。
And Jacob also made his children promise him that they would bury him in the place of his forefathers.
睇48章創世記21節。
Genesis chapter 48 verse 21.
21節，以色列有對約瑟說：我要死了，但神必與你們同在，令你們回到你們列祖之地。嗱，呢度以色列話：我要離世啦。對約瑟咁樣講。
And so here Israel said to Joseph that he is about to die.
但神必與你們同在，令你們回到你們列祖嘅地方。
But God will bring you with you and bring you back to the land of your fathers.
呢度就係雅各啊，喺對神呢個信心。
So this is the faith of Jacob towards God.
因為雅各喺呢個伯特利嘅地方，神曾經向佢應許過迦南地。賜福俾佢同埋佢嘅後裔。
Because in at Bethel, that God had promised Jacob that this land of Canaan shall be given to his descendants.
佢深深嚟嘅相信呢個神啊，一定嚟嘅帶領呢啲以色列民同埋佢嘅後裔子子孫孫。會離開呢個埃及，仲有呢個迦南地。
Therefore, Jacob had a great belief that one day God will visit his descendants and bring them back to this promised land.
所以雅各啊，對呢個信仰啊，佢對神嘅信心啊，係好堅定嘅。
So Jacob was very steadfast in this promise of the Lord.
佢抓住神嘅應許嘅。
And that he grasped hold of the promise of the Lord.
今日我哋弟兄姊妹。
And likewise, our brethren.
我哋信神已經幾十年。
We have believed in God for many years.
我哋聽過好多嘅道理。
We have heard of many teachings.
一切嘅應許都全部喺聖經裏面。
And all the promises is recorded in the Bible.
我哋甚至聽了又聽。
We have heard and heard again.
我哋對神嘅信心必須嚟嘅堅固。好似雅各一樣，神嘅應許一定能夠成全，一定嚟佢捉住，唔好放鬆。
And therefore, our faith in the promises of the Lord must be likened to Jacob, and that we grasp hold of it and never let go of it.
後來大家都知道，神藉着摩西帶領200多萬嘅以色列民離開埃及，進入呢個迦南地。
And we know that afterwards that Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt into the land of Canaan.
呢啲事情真係成就咗。
And so this matter truly was fulfilled.
而家睇過嚟49章33節。
I will refer to Genesis chapter 49 verse 33.
33節。
Verse 33.
33節，雅各囑咐眾子以笏，就把腳收在床上，氣絕而死。歸他列祖那裏去了。
And when Jacob had finished commanding his sons, he drew up his feet into the bed and breathed his last and was gathered to his people.
雅各吩咐佢眾子之後，將呢個腳收喺呢個床上。
And so after he commanded his sons that he drew his feet into the bed.
然之後氣絕而死啦。
And therefore he breathed his last.
歸到佢嘅列祖嗰度呢個地方。
And he was gathered to his people.
佢呢個在收在床上氣絕而死，就係、佢安安然然啊斷咗喺呢個牆嗰度嚟個斷咗氣，離開呢個人世。
And so we saw that he drew his feet into the bed and breathed his last, meaning that he peacefully passed away and was gathered to his people.
我哋中國人話壽終正寢，喺佢瞓覺，就離開安然離開呢個世界。
And this is likened to a Chinese saying that they peacefully, whilst sleeping, that they peacefully passed away.
佢呢個信心啊，係修練從世至到佢離世嗰段呢100幾年嚟所修成嘅信心。
And so this was the conclusion of the faith of Jacob, how he has been tested and tried and throughout his 147 years.
今日如果我哋對神嘅信心係值得學習佢。
And therefore, for our faith, he is a very good example for us to imitate.
喺佢臨死之前，吩咐所有嘅事情對佢嘅眾子嘅遺囑，佢完全做到。
That he was, before he drew his last breath, able to make his descendants and his children promise him the things that he must do. 可以講得佢一生中最重要嘅説話，都已經講俾佢嘅兒子們聽。You can say that in his whole lifetime, the most important words that he was to speak, he spoke during this time to his sons.
雅各點解咁注重佢臨死之後埋葬嘅事情呢
？Why was it that Jacob focused on his the matter of his burial?
因為知道埃及地唔係我要葬身嘅地方。
Because he understood that Egypt was not the place that he was to be buried.
迦南地係神應許俾我哋嘅地方。
But it must be buried in the promised land of the Lord, in the land of Canaan.
所以佢千吩咐萬吩咐佢嘅子子孫孫千祈唔好忘記神嘅恩典，唔好忘記神應許嘅地方。
So he told his descendants that they must not forget the promise of the Lord and not forget this place.
對神係充滿呢個信心。
His whole life was full of faith in the Lord. Amen.
我哋唱詩。
Let's sing a hymn.
185首。
Hymn 185. Sing as we sled, God's shepherds at land so blessed. Leave your sins and come, find strength in hope for heaven's rest. Why be sinners, why be Jesus, sing as they sled. Hymn is holy, heaven is lovely, blessings overflow. I will ever struggle to reach at home. Think as he said, Jesus sheds above that's blessed. Hold your faith and seek his favor, hope for heaven's rest. Why be selfless? Why seek Jesus? Faith and safe fled. Heaven is endless, heaven is spacious, boundless and free.
I will ever strive for my all to sing. Sing and reflect on the Holy Spirit blessed. For His dear love follow Him, then hope for heaven's rest. Why seek His pain? Why must we pray? Sing and reflect. In this splendor, in this treasure, precious and rare, I will ever run to my promise there.
我哋一齊嚟跪下禱告。
We shall all kneel down to pray one
主
accord.
嚟帶領嚟緊嚟教會所舉行嘅幾個聖工。
And in our prayer, let's ask the Lord to guide the divine works that are approaching fast.
亦都求主嚟幫助班有疾病軟弱嘅同靈弟兄姊妹。
And we also ask the Lord to assist and help those brethren who have illnesses.
要接受呢個按手以及呢個祈求恩典嘅喺
those
前邊。
requiring the laying of hands for blessings and also illnesses may come to the front.
我衷心跪下禱告。
It's on you, don't we?
奉主耶穌聖名禱告。就